Today I'm making slow cooker cabbage soup. Now, cabbage is usually thought of as a cool season vegetable. We use it a lot year round because it is such a great keeper, but it tends to go into slaw and things like that a little bit more often than it maybe needs to. So today we're going to use it a little bit different. This is 4 cups of chopped cabbage. It is slow cooker, so we're going to put the vegetables in first, which is how most of them work. Vegetables in first and then the meat. This is a soup, so they're going to kind of get mixed together anyway, but we're going to start out right. 2 cloves of garlic that I've minced up, or if you're using the pre-chopped variety that you can get in the market these days, that's going to be about 2 teaspoons. I've got 1 cup of chopped onion, or a medium onion. Let's see, knock the rest of that in there. And then also, I'm going to add the other dry ingredients. We've got a 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt, about a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, and then a 1/4 teaspoon of ground allspice, which I think really makes it the house smell terrific. My problem with slow cookers is always, if I'm at home with a slow cooker, it's always too slow. So I love them if I'm not going to be in the house, but otherwise I tend not to use them so much. I've also got 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Put that in there. And then this does have some meat in it. So I'm using a lean, you could also use extra lean ground beef. You could use other kinds of ground meat as well. I've got beef today. The advantage to using the extra lean is that because there's no time when you can drain the fat away, you want to make sure that you have it fairly lean to start with. I'm going to break this up just a little bit. We can come back later and break it up again. It's going to cook just fine without stirring it together, but I kind of would like it to be broken up a little bit before we start. Once you've got it cooked part way, we usually don't open a slow cooker, but we're going to open this one with about 30 minutes left. And if you find that your pieces of meat are in bigger chunks than you want at that point, you can always go back and break them apart then. I'm also going to add about 1 3/4 to 2 cups of a beef broth. This can be either one that you buy commercially or one that you make yourself. If you're worried about the sodium content, you can get one that's got reduced sodium content or reduced fat content. All those kinds of things can be found in the market. I'm going to turn this on high for 3.5 to 4 hours with a lid on it, or you can do it for 7 to 8 hours on a medium, depending on what your day's schedule looks like. Then we're going to come back. I've got one that's already worked through all of that, so we'll go ahead and take the next step on this one. This one's cooked for the period of time that it needed to. This one went on high, so we're just going to heat things through. I've got 2 cups of cooked rice. Brown rice, if you've got that one, would be a better choice. And this is a great way to use leftover rice. So when I make rice, I usually make more than I need for what I'm doing, and then I have leftovers for other things. I'm going to stir that in just a little bit and get it going in there. I've got 2 cups of diced tomatoes. These are fire roasted tomatoes, so you can see the blackening that's going in with that. 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. So this is one that you are going to have to stir in well in order to make sure that it's well blended. Looks like I'm leaving a big chunk of it on the spoon there. And we're going to turn this on high and bring it back and let it get nice and hot for about 30 minutes at this point, because everything is already cooked. It's a matter of heating things through. And then I've got a cup of tomato juice, or vegetable tomato juice, or a spicy vegetable tomato juice. And we're just going to, again, stir everything together, let it come back to a boil until it gets nice and hot. If you decided it was thicker than you wanted at this point, you could always add some more vegetable broth to it also. Again, about 30 minutes on high with a lid on, and this will be dinner. Okay, that last half hour while everything was getting hot, that was time for you to change clothes and get the kids gathered around the table, and maybe throw a salad on the table with it as well. But this is what you get: slow cooker cabbage soup. For Oklahoma Gardening, I'm Barbara Brown. I hope you'll give it a try.
Hope you enjoyed this video. It's part of our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. You can also find even more videos on our OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.